Okay, hey guys, how are we doing? I am currently down at Elwood in one of my special places that I go to reflect and unwind. And I just wanted to share a little bit with you because I know everyone, especially through the Reclaim Your Mind and Body group, you have been doing a lot of sharing. And so I wanted to kind of share with you some things as well. So I'm just going to turn this around so that you can see what I am seeing. So we're down at Elwood Beach and just relaxing. You've got the big hill just behind me. So just up there, going there. Yeah, so anyway, normally we would be up there, I would be up there, but I thought it would be better to have a quiet place to talk to a camera. So basically, I was reading something today that I wanted to kind of talk with you guys about. So I was reading The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is a very, 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 very well-known, popular book, especially if you're in the business world, but it also transcends into every area of your life. And one of the things that talks about, one of the principles is to start with the end in mind. And I always thought that just meant, you've got a project, just think about the end of the project and then, create your little steps and then get to there. What I didn't realize was that it was even more deep than that, which is, so it kind of starts off, the chapter starts off with so I'm gonna take you through the exercise. I want you to run through it with me. So it starts quite morbid. You're imagining that you're going to a funeral, and you're going to a funeral of someone that you know and you care about deeply, and that you're grateful to be there. But it's still very intense, and so you're hearing all the music and all the typical things that are at a funeral, and then you walk up to the coffin and it's actually you, and then which is like, oh, that's a bit of a hit, and then basically what you do then is you think about 4 speakers that are going to be speaking there, and one person from your family, one person from your friendship group, one colleague or client, and one person from your community. So maybe like through your volunteering group or something like that. And then what you've got to think about is what you would like them to say about you. What are the most important things that you want to contribute and give to those people or that group of people? What do you want to do? And then from there, you're asking, what do you want to have contributed? How do you want to have helped your friends? How do you want to have helped your community? How do you want to have served your community, your business, your work? How do you want to have served your family? And then once you've started to ask those questions, just staring bike riders in the eye. Once you start to ask those questions, then you anyway. So I asked those questions, and what I came up with was that I want to be remembered. So there was a lot that kind of transcended all the groups, and so one of them was to be known as being empathetic and caring. Really trying to get into other people's shoes and understand where they're coming from. And then another one was to be outgoing and to be trustworthy, to never judge anyone, and then as far as contribution goes, then it was to motivate and inspire and to be resilient and show resilience, and then in the family section it was like, okay, I don't have a family yet, but let's think about it. Was I would want to pass on a couple of pretty important lessons, or very important lessons to me, and one of them is to teach my kids that failure is the key to succeeding in whatever you want to do, and that you can't shy away from it. You've got to just walk into your fears, and then see how you go, and just sink or swim. And if you sink, it's okay. You get back up again and you find another way. But and the failure can be in your friendships, in your family, in your work. It doesn't really matter. The main thing is that that you're not afraid of doing that, and you take a leadership role in your relationships and in everything that you do. So you're not waiting on someone else to kind of, pull the slack. You set the standard, and live with dignity and do what you say you're going to do, and follow through. So those were some of the major ones. Yeah. So I've got some other ones written down, but those are the ones that are coming to mind now. And so so I want you to have a think about that, because if you haven't before, and if you have, then try it again and actually write it down, because it really changes any fears that you have about doing certain things because of X, Y, Z, or looking bad in front of other people or failing or whatever. They completely disappear once you start to go, okay, well, what do I want to be remembered for? And then, okay, I've got these characteristics that I want to be remembered for, so how am I actually going to do them? Like, you can literally do all of those things this week, and then it's just about being consistent. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I was really grateful that a lot of you shared so much with me, and so and I realized that I really I'm asking everyone else to be a little bit vulnerable and to open up, and I haven't always or I haven't done it to the level that you guys have with all of you. Some of you know some of these things already, but not all of you. So I wanted to share that, and I hope that it helps. Oh, and the last one is to be genuine, and to know that true strength is showing vulnerability and being genuine to yourself. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Bye, and just enjoy the view. Ciao.